fun to see these people as actual humans.
I could eat matzahs and butter till the cows come home.
Oh my gosh, they're naming tea after you already. No.
It's like, just another day at diner.
Now, Candidate Cafe continues.
One woman making waves in this presidential race heads outside when she needs to find balance, whether she's on a surfboard or on a snowboard. Hawaii Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard says her love of the outdoors started early. Growing up in Hawaii as a self-described tomboy, Tulsi Gabbard says the ocean was like a giant playground, and she developed a lifelong love of surfing.
Gosh, I was probably about 16 or 17. Grew up, the first time I learned how to swim, it was in the ocean. Grew up bodyboarding first. And then some of my friends who I was bodyboarding with, they started moving over to surfing. I said, I got to try. So I got a free board from a friend of mine that was the worst possible board you could learn how to surf with. They call it a gun. It was, I think, a 7-foot long board, but it was very narrow, and they use it for big wave surfing, like 20, 25-foot waves. Not for a beginner who's trying to learn. It's very hard to get up and balance on, but after I crashed and burned many, many, many times, eventually I started to get the hang of it, and then got a better board.
The name Tulsi, I just love the name. Is there a story behind it?
It is, yeah, it's a sacred flower from India.
Oh.
My mom is practicing Hindu and my dad's Catholic. And so all 5 of us kids in our family, we were all given Hindu names by our parents. So you might see in the grocery store in the tea section, sometimes they have Tulsi tea. And so it's also a very medicinal flower that's used for, stress relief and relaxation and stuff like that. Some of my friends who have never had Tulsi tea, when I, started running for president, they're like, oh my gosh, they're naming tea after you already. No, it's the other way around.
One of her first passions was environmental activism. She created a superhero character to raise awareness among Hawaiian youth.
I wrote a fun little skit called The Adventures of Water Woman, and naturally made myself the star. I played Water Woman in this skit, and her nemesis was Oily Al. And it was a day in the life of Oily Al, and so we were presenting to first, second, third, and fourth graders primarily. And every time Oily Al was about to do something, like he's changing the oil in his car and about to dump the dirty oil down the storm drain, Water Woman would swoop in just in the nick of time and stop him and tell him, here's why that's such a bad idea. And going through a few different things, he's eating his snacks and chips and soda, he's about to throw it out the car window, Water Woman comes in and says, hey, let me tell you where this ends up. So it was such a cool experience to be able to see these kids and the light bulb kind of go off in their eyes.
Gabbard got an early start in politics, but says she was transformed after joining the Hawaiian National Guard and serving in Iraq.
From the time that I enlisted in the Army National Guard and going off to basic training in South Carolina, to my 2 deployments to the Middle East, it completely changed my life. I came back from that deployment to Iraq, where I served in a medical unit, different person. When I came back, a lot of my colleagues in the State House then said, okay, great, you're home, you can come back, run for your old seat, get back to life as you had left it. And I just couldn't do that. I had been exposed to not only a world much broader and bigger than Hawaii, but having seen firsthand the cost of war, having seen in many ways a lot of the corruption and waste in taxpayer dollars that we've seen come with these wasteful wars, and coming back wanting to be in a position where I could actually make a difference, that I could help influence the decisions that are being made about when and where we as service members are sent into harm's way.
Tulsi, on deployment, how did you stay grounded without the ocean?
Oh gosh, friends. We our unit was a Hawaii National Guard unit, And not all, but most of us were from Hawaii, but the ones who were not from Hawaii were from Samoa and Guam and Saipan, so really across the Pacific. And you know, we brought both our culture and just our home with us. A big part of that was food. You know, the food in the chow halls are, you know, not always the first choice. So folks from home, they would send us, you know, rice cookers, and someone acquired a little barbecue pit, and just after work sometimes you just get together and hang out and, you know, talk about home and friends and what's going on at home, and that made a big difference.
That tight-knit culture is something Gabbard also brings to the campaign trail. Her sister is her closest advisor, and her husband is the man behind the camera.
If you come to any of our events, or if you see any of the videos that we're posting on social media, odds are he's the one who filmed them. And then he, you know, parks in the hotel room and starts editing the videos at the end of the day. And I've got my sister also, my younger sister, who's traveling with us. Yeah, she's thankfully, she's a deputy U.S. Marshal, and so she put aside, I know, right? It works on many levels. She's kind of a full package. But I'm so grateful to her because she's put aside her own career and life for the time being to come and help me and our campaign full time.
Coach, is she here?
She's here. She's right there. Say hi. Little sister. We fought like crazy when we were kids, but I have sisters. You guys have sisters. You know how precious sisters are, and we've been best friends and inseparable for so long.
Do you have any pets?
I don't. My sister and her husband have a dog in our house. We live together in D.C. But we're on the road so much that you know, if I can water a plant in our house and keep it alive, then I'm happy. But I don't want to be responsible for.
If you move
not right
to
now.
the White House,
Yeah, no, we've talked about it a little bit. We've talked about it a little bit. I think this is not a settled decision, but my husband and I have talked, and we both like golden retrievers.
That debate's settled, but there are others she won't touch.
So which is more beautiful, Hawaii or New Hampshire?
That's a terrible question. Both. I choose both. Completely. You can't compare. I mean, look, we've got some of the most beautiful oceans in the world. Beautiful, towering mountain ranges. You know, amazing hikes and waterfalls. And you've got a lot of beauty here that we don't have there as well. If I'm in the snow, I love snowboarding, something we can't do in Hawaii. So I'm looking forward to hopefully catching a little snowboarding time this winter here.
Oh, nice. Ice skating?
I can ice skate. I can ice skate. We have one ice skating rink in Hawaii, so it is indoors. Yes, yes, that would be hard to sustain otherwise.
Some candidates who joined our cafes are no longer in the race, including retired Admiral Joe Sestak. The Democrats' military experience undoubtedly shaped his worldview, but a much more personal battle gave him a new perspective on people, his daughter's fight with brain cancer.
We were there in Children's Hospital after the military hospital couldn't get the brain cancer and told us she only had about 90, maybe a few more weeks after that. We were able to take her to Mass General Children's Hospital and save her. There's three things that work. One is the prayers, the wonderful medical care we got, and then this bracelet right here she gave me the night before her first brain operation. It's fallen apart a couple times, so only about 3/4 of the pieces are the original one with her name on it, you know, 4 years old. So
Sestak's daughter won that battle and then beat a second round of cancer last year. He launched his campaign after she received a clean bill of health. It was also a very personal conversation with Republican Mark Sanford, who wanted his short-lived campaign to show that not everyone on the right is satisfied with the status quo. The former South Carolina governor says his foundation was set early in life on the family farm, and he has always found solace in nature, especially after an affair that ended his marriage and temporarily sunk his political career.
In the aftermath of me blowing myself up, I finished out my term, which is 1.5 years left in the governorship. But then after that, I had an awfully quiet time in the wilderness, going back to the cabin in the woods. It was the cabin at our farm. And And we did some things, my sons and I, just after a lot of destruction, the beginning of the process of rebuilding. We built a bridge together. We built a little cabin in the woods together. I mean, physically built it. And it was important just in terms of our own healing process to do that.
When it comes to getting thrown around by the world, there's nothing quite like a presidential campaign. Known to many people for her relationship with Oprah Winfrey, spiritual author Marianne Williamson occupied a unique space in this race, but she took issue with the constant punchlines about her unorthodox approach.
Would you like to host Saturday Night Live?
Sure, call them up, tell them.
Here's my phone, you know.
But I've never had a crystal in my work, in my book. So,
No?
crystal woo-woo lady.
Why not? Why not have crystals involved?
Oh, I think it's, I love crystals as much as anyone else. It's lovely.
Right.
But that's just not, this whole characterization of me as woo-woo crystal lady is simply not who I am.
When we come back, the lifelong progressive who won New Hampshire's 2016 Democratic primary. Find out in which aspect of his personal life Bernie Sanders says he's actually pretty conservative.
This is so great. I mean, look how terrific this is. Yeah, this is at a central casting. And Adam looks like a lead in a movie, doesn't he?
I haven't cut my hair in a while.
Yeah. If I had his hair, I'd be president already.
I would like him to make me a commitment that if I become president of the United States, he will shave his head in exchange for one of the first interviews with me and Rosario in the White House. Done? Wow, that's on camera too.